He was born into horse racing. From an early age the natural love for horses started, and multiplied significantly over the years. He has trained abroad, and now he is back home conducting his duties as a conditioner of thoroughbred horses. He is the champion trainer for 2022, Jason Dacosta, who is quickly filling the saddle of his father, 18-time champion trainer, Wayne. The new champion trainer in this interview with QuickGallop.com, and its YouTube channel, the Quick Galloper talks about his transition from training overseas to the local track, and what it is like operating two barns. Needless to say, this is a must-watch interview.
You have grown up in the sport, Jason.
Yes.
Being around horses, I would imagine, all your life.
Yes.
What is the earliest memories you can recall of being around your father's stable?
Love of racing, you know, it all started back in the early 90s when I was a young kid. I remember coming to race the first day. My dad won 2 races that day, Master Blast and Rainbows, and you know, and ever since that, you know, the bug bit me, and I've been around it ever since. You know, from coming to the stables in the mornings and you know, riding a couple of horses around the barn. You know, it all started.
At about what age would you say?
I would say I was about maybe 6, 7 years old when the bug really bit me.
Right.
Yes, yeah, man.
Was it instant love of the animals and the sport?
Yes, definitely instant love. From coming to races that first day, you know, I never missed a day since. Never missed a day, you know. Never missed a race day since. Watching races, you know, following up. I was an addict since then.
From that early stage, Jason, would you say that there was never any chance of you doing anything else but something in racing?
No, never a doubt. Never a doubt. I knew from that young age that, you know, this is what I wanted to do.
And was it specifically training or just being around horses?
Well, you know, for a short time everybody wants to ride, but you know that quickly went away, and you know the focus was to follow in the footsteps of my dad.
Usually, the guidance of parents, the father would more be a little bit lenient with the boys, while the mother is stricter. How was it in your household in terms of you and horse racing? Oh well, nobody really deterred me, you know. You know, my love for it was always there, but my dad always said that I had to finish school and go to college first before I could come to the track. Because after high school, I wanted to come straight to the track. My dad said, no, you have to go to college first. So I went to college for a bit. Which high school you went to?
I went to Arden High School.
Great Arden High School.
Yes,
of
yes,
course.
yes.
And you followed up with?
I followed up with UCC College. I went there for 2 years, and then after 2 years I told my dad, I said, listen, you're going to be wasting your money because I don't want to do any more. So he said, all right, come, you can come down to the track now.
Take us back a little bit. In high school days, how did you manage being the son of a famous racehorse trainer in school? What was it like?
Well, you know, it was, you know, you had a few teachers and stuff that always, you know, would ask for winners. But yeah, people would, you know, would ask you different things and want winners, but yeah, man.
You acquired, Jason, your trainer's license overseas. How did that come about?
After college, I was assistant to my dad for 5 years, and the training course was coming around. So I think, you know, automatically going to be in there because I've done the required time, you know, over the required time, and you know everything was in line, and just to hear that, you know, my name was left off the list along with 3 other trainers. So for whatever reason, you know, they decided not to put us in that batch of trainers. So at the time I think I was 24. I said, I don't want to wait anymore and I want to train. So made the decision to go to Miami, and I got my license there about 6, 7 months later. And that's where I started at Calder.
What year was that?
I believe I left Jamaica in 2008. I started training in Florida in 2009. Yes.
That journey overseas has been fairly successful because you have reeled off a number of winners. Tell us a little bit about your career when it started and up to 2021 when you were forced to return.
Yeah, starting in 2008, I believe I won over 400 races overseas, at various tracks,
Can you remember some of the tracks?
Calder, Gulfstream, Tampa Bay Downs, Mammoth Park, Thistledowns, Mahoning Valley, Charlestown, Mountaineer. Yeah, and it's been successful. I've had a few stake winners, I still have the barn there going along with here, so I'm kind of back and forth between both places. When I had to come back to take over the barn here, it was an automatic. It wasn't even it was something that I had to do. Yes.
During those earlier years, how much did you lean on your dad for his advice, especially being away from him?
Any question I had, he was the first person I called. We would compliment each other. We would if he had a question, he wouldn't hesitate to call me, and if I was in a spot, I would call him, and he would he always had the best advice, and he was always right. No, he was definitely, even being away, he still helped me learn, and and he, all the advice he gave me was correct, and he, I'm here now, and it's all due to him. I learned everything from my dad.
Did he show the pride of your success? Did he outwardly show it?
Oh yeah.
Especially when he's around you?
Yeah, man. Definitely. I mean, he was my biggest fan. He watched all of my races, and we would talk about them, before and after. And so he was always there supporting me right through.
Jason, were you surprised at the level of success and the instantaneousness of that success in your early going?
Yes, it's a bit of a surprise that you hit the ground running over there, because as you know, this game is not easy, and you have to definitely work hard and be dedicated to the sport. So it all comes down to hard work.
Looking back, the fact that, because I'm sure you would have wanted your trainer's license here to practice here, but as fate would have it, you were forced to detour and get it over there. Do you think that helped your career being over there in the early stages?
Yeah, I definitely think it helped my career, because here I'd have to be competing against my dad, who was a champion trainer at the time. So also, it also broadens your horizons. You learn different methods and of training abroad and all that. So I definitely think it did help my career. Coming into my dad's barn, I knew his whole system from before, and me and him talked. I knew all about the horses, because me and him talked daily. So it wasn't a hard transition from being abroad, coming back here and taking over, because basically just fell in place and everything just worked.
What about the running of the two barns? I mean, that can be challenging and tiresome.
Yes, it can be. It involves a lot of traveling. You have to be focused, because you have to know, you have to be focused to set out your schedules abroad and have everything in place, and it's a lot of daily mental strain, because you're right, because you have vets to talk to, and you workers abroad, and instructions to give along with the work here, and vice versa. When I'm over there, it's the same thing here. So it's a lot of work, but once you're dedicated to it, it's not impossible.
How important is both stable hands in situations like these?
It's key. It's key. Good help is key. I brought out my girlfriend, thank God, and she helps me out a lot, along with my main guys, Kingsley and the crew over there does an excellent job. And here I have three stuck with me, and you know, all the workers, you know, I have to give it to them. They really stepped up and did their part.
And you were a whisker away from winning the championship. With what, 9 months? 8-9 months thereabouts.
Yeah.
I mean, how motivating and inspiring was that for you personally?
Well, you know, it was a good accomplishment, because, you know, it was never a start. You know, I just came here, you know, and did what I had to do, win races, because that's the name of the game. And it was never a start until, you know, the last month or two when it got close. But, you know, it was always going to be tough, because, you know, that's almost an impossible task to start so far behind and win. But you know, it was a good accomplishment, you know. And I'm thankful the way it turned out.
Well, last year you made no mistake. I mean, with a full year, you drew the one-on-one handsome, comfortably. Talk to us about that achievement. For you personally, for your family, for your mom. I mean, she must be the proudest mother, you know?
Yes.
And the legacy of your father, Captain.
Well, you know, it meant a lot. You know, I dedicated that championship to my dad. You know, it meant a lot to the family, because, you know, they've also been a part of it for, you know, forever. So, you know, it definitely meant a lot to win it last year.
You had what, 85 winners, 57 seconds, 63 thirds. But do you, at what, March 2023, do you sometimes look back and say, wow, yeah, I did it?
No, because the job never ends. You know, it's all about winning the next race, you know.
Looking forward.
Yes.
We spoke about the great team that you have around you, and we know the horse racing business, it's not a one-man thing. You can do the best of job here, the pilot, on the day, there's nothing you can do,
Right.
pilot. But is there anybody or any group of persons that you would really like to give a special shout out to for, you know, your success so far?
Well, I definitely have to thank the owners, because without the owners, you know, this couldn't be possible. My family, the support, the team I have. I definitely have to thank the team, because the grooms, the jockeys, you know, my assistants, you know, they all, you know, worked overtime, and to be thankful for them, and also my crew abroad.
2023, you still have a full barn. What are your classic hopefuls looking like for this year and to build going forward?
Well, this year the classics are wide open. I think my best one is probably Mamma Mia. She won her first race this year pretty convincingly, so I have high hopes for her in the classics this year. Well, you know, the barn is pretty much around a decent group of horses, so I'm looking for a good year again this year.
About how many horses you have in training?
We have about 65 in training right now, inclusive young horses, 2-year-olds. We have about, out of that we have about 20, 22-year-olds, and they're looking like a nice bunch of 2-year-olds so far.
So for 2023, the public can look forward to good things from trainer Jason Dacosta.
Yes. Yeah, man.
All right, trainer, I want to thank you for, you know, having a little chat with us, and we wish you all the best going forward.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from QuickGallop.com, YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for more enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.